7 Mercedes S-Class years mechanics trust in 2026. The Mercedes S-Class you've wanted for years can quietly cost you $6,000 before your first service. And the worst part? Most buyers never see it coming. Because here's what nobody tells you. Some S-Class years are genuinely brilliant. Mechanics recommend them without hesitation. The ride, the silence, the experience you always imagined. Others are financial traps. Same badge, same showroom shine. Completely different ownership outcome. 7 trusted picks. Let's start with number 7, and this one might surprise you. Best number 7, 2023 to 2025 W223 S580e. Newer CPO only. Let's start with the most advanced S-Class ever built. And this one comes with a condition that is completely non-negotiable. Newer CPO only. CPO means certified pre-owned. A used example that has been officially inspected and backed by a Mercedes factory warranty. That coverage is non-negotiable on this car, because without it, this car moves from this trusted list straight onto the trap list. The W223 S580e is genuinely extraordinary. 503 combined horsepower from a plug-in hybrid system that makes the performance feel almost effortless. Up to 62 miles of electric-only range. Rear-wheel steering that makes this 5-meter sedan feel half its actual size. Ride quality that moves beyond even the W222, which was already one of the best riding cars on the planet. But here's the part that changes everything. The technology in this car is complex. 48-volt mild hybrid systems, large battery management, MBUX software, controlling almost everything. On early builds, things can go wrong before they should. Out of warranty, this gets dangerous. Not dangerous to drive, dangerous to your bank account. On a newer CPO example with full factory coverage, that complexity becomes someone else's problem. You get the extraordinary experience. Mercedes handles the rest. Would you touch an early W223 out of warranty? Yes or no? Drop it in the comments. Performance. Hit 60 in around 4.9 seconds. Electric-only range up to 62 miles. Top speed in EV mode up to 87 miles per hour. Used price, $75,000 to $110,000 depending on spec and miles. New MSRP from $118,000 to $135,000 plus. The future of the S-Class, available right now. Incredible to own with coverage, an ownership gamble without it. Newer CPO, no exceptions. Best number 6, 2018 to 2020 W222 facelift, S63 AMG M177. You want the fast one without the W223 gamble. This is it. The facelift S63 AMG takes everything that makes the W222 great and turns the dial up completely. M177 4.0, twin-turbo AMG V8, 503 horsepower, AWD 0 to 60 in around 3.5 seconds. And it still rides like an S-Class. Most cars that do 3.5 seconds to 60 make you feel every crack in the road, every imperfection, every compromise. The S63 irons them out. Supercar numbers. Cabin still quiet enough to have a conversation, comfortable enough for a 4-hour drive. Now here's the number that makes this extraordinary. Original sticker, $150,000 plus. A 2018 example today, $70,000 to $90,000. Someone paid $150,000 for this car. You don't have to. Matured electronics, proven AMG V8. Same car on paper as the original buyers, completely different price reality. But here's the catch. Brakes and tires wear faster at this performance level. Budget accordingly. Still a significantly safer buy than an early W223 out of warranty. Performance, 0 to 60 in around 3.5 seconds. Top speed limited to 155 miles per hour. Used price, $70,000 to $90,000 for 2018 examples, which would bankrupt you faster running an S63 AMG or an early W223 out of warranty. Drop your answer in the comments. The Performance S-Class buy of 2026. Brilliant car, right ownership strategy, outstanding. Wrong strategy, still expensive. Best number 5, 2018 to 2020 W222 facelift, S560, M176 4.0, twin-turbo Y8. If best number 6 is the performance pick, best number 5 is the masterpiece. The M1764 4.0 twin-turbo V8 is one of the finest engines Mercedes has ever produced. Hot V configuration, massive torque from almost nothing, effortless at any speed, in any situation, in any condition. You press the accelerator and the world rearranges itself around you, quietly, instantly, without drama. That's not marketing language. That's what this car actually does. This is the mile muncher, the grand tourer, the car that makes a 500-mile drive feel like nothing. Now here's the number that changes everything. This car left the showroom at over $100,000. A 2018 example in good condition today, mid $40,000 to low $50,000. Someone else absorbed that depreciation, you get the car. But don't make this mistake. This is not a car to own unprotected at high miles. Wrong ownership strategy and it turns ugly fast. Warranty or a serious rainy day fund, pick one before you buy. Performance hits 60 in around 4.4 seconds, top speed limited to 130 miles per hour. Used price, mid $40,000 to low $50,000 for 2018 examples. S560 or S63 AMG, which would you choose? Drop it in the comments. The definitive modern S-Class buy. Masterpiece engine, proven platform, extraordinary depreciation. Buy it right and it's one of the best used luxury cars on the planet. Buy it unprotected and that bargain disappears fast. Best number 4, 2018 to 2020 W222 facelift S450 M256 inline 6. Now here's where the W222 becomes what it always should have been. Because the early W222 is a trap, and the facelift W222 is a completely different car. Same model, completely different ownership experience. The facelift arrived in 2018 and fixed what the early build got wrong. Software matured, infotainment stabilized, 4 years of real-world refinement baked into every system. And then Mercedes introduced the M256 inline 6, one of the smoothest engines they have ever built. Mild hybrid assist, effortless power delivery, better fuel economy than the V8, refinement that matches the S-Class cabin perfectly. 6 cylinders in an S-Class, and it doesn't just work, it excels. Magic Body Control reads the road ahead before you feel the imperfection. Burmester Audio turns the cabin into a concert hall. Semi-autonomous driving aids that actually work in real traffic. This is the W222 you want, not the early build lottery car. Most people shop badge first and regret it later. The smart move is knowing exactly which build year you're buying. Performance hits 60 in around 5.1 seconds. Top speed limited to 130 miles per hour. Used price, $23,750 to $52,850 depending on spec and miles. Airmatic still ages, same $4,000 to $6,000 budget applies at higher miles. Prioritize CPO or warranty-backed examples. The sweet spot of the entire W222 generation. If you want modern S-Class luxury without maximum ownership risk, this is your year. Best number 3, 2011 to 2013 W221 S550 M278 twin-turbo V8. More power, more efficiency, and a platform mechanics genuinely trust. But this one is brilliant only if you avoid one critical mistake. The M278 twin-turbo V8 brought the W221 into a completely different league. 0 to 60 drops to around 4.8 seconds. Power delivery effortless, smooth in a way that naturally aspirated engines simply can't match. Mature late-cycle platform, more performance, without the complexity tax of the W222. But here's the problem. There is a documented debate around cylinder scoring on some M278 examples. Some owners report 0 issues at 150,000 miles. Others have experienced problems that cost serious money. The difference almost always comes down to oil change discipline and service records. This engine rewards owners who maintain it. It punishes owners who don't. Buy it with clean documented history and it's brilliant. Buy it without records and it's an ownership gamble. Looks identical to a well-maintained example. Drives completely different financially. Performance hits 60 in around 4.8 seconds. Top speed limited to 155 miles per hour. Used price, $7,775 to $16,575 on the lower end. Clean documented examples command more, and they're worth every dollar. Would you risk this one without full service records? Yes or no? Drop it in the comments. Near supercar acceleration in a mature, trusted platform? Buy it with history or don't buy it at all. Best number 2, 2009 to 2010 W221 S580 M273NAV8. This is what mechanics call the Goldilocks S-Class, and that name is earned. Modern enough to feel genuinely luxurious, simple enough that it won't send you to a specialist every time a warning light blinks. By 2009 and 2010, the W221 had been on the market for 4 years. Early quirks ironed out, 7-speed transmission logic matured, Airmatic refined. This is what late-cycle buying looks like. All the benefits of a fully developed platform, none of the early adopter tax. The M273 naturally aspirated V8 is the engine that makes this work. No turbos, no complex hybrid systems, just a well-engineered V8 that responds to proper maintenance with long-term reliability. Mechanics like working on it. That matters more than most buyers realize. The interior still holds up today. Wood trim, ambient lighting, seats designed for long drives, and that signature S-Class silence. The kind that makes every other car feel unfinished by comparison. At this price point, you're getting genuine S-Class luxury for less than some people spend on a base trim compact sedan. This is the smart entry point. Everything else is compromise. Performance. Hit 60 in around 5.4 seconds. Top speed limited to 155 miles per hour. Used price, $7,775 to $16,575, depending on condition and miles. Airmatic still ages. Budget $4,000 to $6,000 for suspension work on higher mileage examples. Transmission fluid every 60,000 to 80,000 miles. Non-negotiable. Skip it and you will regret it. M273 naturally aspirated or M278 twin turbo. Which would you trust more at 120,000 miles? Drop your answer below. The most accessible entry point into genuine S-Class ownership. Mechanics recommend this one to their own friends and family. At this price, nothing else on the road comes close. Best number 1, 1997 to 1999 W140 facelift S500/S600. And here we are, best number 1. This pick is going to surprise some of you. It isn't the newest car on this list, it isn't the fastest, and it isn't the most technologically advanced, but here's why mechanics put this above everything else. The W140 is the last S-Class built with one simple philosophy: cost no object. Double pane glass, bank vault build quality, a cabin so quiet it felt like the outside world had been switched off. This wasn't just a luxury car, it was a statement that Mercedes would spare nothing to build the best sedan on the planet. The facelift years, 1997 to 1999, are the ones that matter. The early issues had been resolved. What remained was pure, overbuilt German engineering at its most uncompromising. The engine mechanics love here is the M119 V8. Robust, proven, straightforward to work on. It doesn't fight you, it doesn't surprise you, it just works. The M120 V12 is a different story. Glorious to drive, but it doubles your running costs without hesitation. Same badge, very different bill. Buy the V8 unless you know exactly what you're signing up for. And here's something most buyers miss. The double pane glass makes this cabin quieter than cars built 20 years later. You sit inside one of these, and the outside world simply disappears. That's engineering that hasn't been matched since. Here's where buyers get burned. They see the price and think it's a bargain. And it is, but only with your eyes open. Get a pre-purchase inspection, find a trusted independent specialist, and budget for aging hydraulics, cooling system refresh, and vacuum lines. Go in blind and that bargain disappears fast. Performance. S500 hits 60 in around 6.3 seconds. S600 does it in about 5.8. Top speed limited to 155 miles per hour. Used price. S500 from $8,000 to $18,000. S600 from $12,000 to $30,000 plus. W140 owners, drop your mileage in the comments right now. Let's see how far these things actually go. The most overbuilt S-Class ever made. Best number 1 not because it's the newest or the fastest, but because it represents everything the S-Class was built to be. Buy it right and it's one of the greatest used luxury cars on the planet. Buyer's checklist. If you're actually shopping right now, this is the part that matters most. Don't skip this. Suspension first, non-negotiable. Every S-Class on this list runs Airmatic. Full fault code scan before you sign anything. Check the struts for leaks. Listen to the compressor. Watch how the car sits overnight. Budget $4,000 to $6,000 for a full suspension. Refresh on any higher mileage example. No exceptions. No excuses. Electronics second. Full module scan. Every system. Infotainment. Cameras. Soft close doors. Seat functions. Driver aids. Everything. On an S-Class, everything is electronic. And electronic repairs are never cheap. Ever had an Airmatic or electronics bill on one of these? Drop the number in the comments. Powertrain third. Every transmission service confirmed on record. Listen cold for chain and tensioner noise on startup. On the M278 and M176, check for oil weeps around auxiliary components. On AMG models, assess brake and rotor life before you negotiate. Paperwork fourth. Full service history is not a nice to have. It is the difference between a great ownership experience and a very expensive lesson. No history. Walk away. Every single time. Warranty strategy. W140 and W221. Find a trusted independent specialist before you buy. W222 facelift, CPO, or a robust third-party warranty covering suspension and electronics. W223, new or CPO only. Full stop. Never buy an S-Class without understanding the suspension situation and the warranty coverage first. Everything else is secondary. Trap number 3, 1999 to 2003 W220 pre-facelift. Here's why this one fools so many buyers. It looks incredible. Low price, full luxury presence, classic S-Class proportions, looks like a bargain. Acts like an invoice. Airmatic that doesn't just fail, it collapses. Electronics that become a diagnostic nightmare. Rust that hides until it's expensive. Hydraulic systems on higher trim models that cost more to fix than most people paid for the car. The M113 engine is solid. Everything around it isn't. The car drives beautifully when it's working, so buyers assume the problems are exaggerated. They aren't. Used from $3,000 to $10,000. Cheap to buy, expensive to survive. That's the trap. Trap number 2, 2014 to 2016 W222. Early build, out of warranty. This is the dream car. Wrong year scenario. And it catches the most experienced buyers. Stunning car, full W222 luxury, heavily depreciated. That $25,000 price tag feels like you're getting away with something. Here's what actually goes wrong. Airmatic leaking between 60,000 and 100,000 miles. Coman freezing at the worst moments. Control arm issues, camera failures, diagnostic rabbit holes at Mercedes dealer prices. That $25,000 deal becomes a $35,000 reality faster than you expect. Same car on paper, very different ownership reality. The facelift fixed these problems. The early build didn't have that luxury, and neither will your wallet. On paper, this looks perfect. In the real world, it isn't. Trap number 1, 2021 to 2022 W223. Early build, out of warranty. The most expensive trap on this entire list. It's the newest S-Class, it looks flawless, it drives extraordinarily, and the price on a 2021 or 2022 example out of warranty feels like an incredible opportunity. It isn't. 48-volt system faults appearing earlier than they should. Early airmatic leaks. Interior fit issues that feel wrong at this price point. Software complexity that makes early W222 electronics look simple. Out of warranty, this isn't a luxury car. It's an ownership gamble. Buy new, buy CPO, or wait for a later build. Never buy an early W223 without a warranty. Not once, not ever. And this is where most people get it wrong. They focus on the badge, the spec sheet, the price tag, and they miss the one thing that separates a great S-Class ownership experience from a very expensive lesson. The year, the build cycle, the warranty coverage. Best number 7, the W223 S580e. The most advanced S-Class ever built, but only with the right coverage in place. Best numbers 6, 5, and 4, the W222 facelift. The performance pick, the masterpiece, and the sweet spot. Best numbers 3 and 2, the late W221. Proven, trusted, recommended by mechanics to their own families. And best number 1, the W140 facelift. The last S-Class built when cost meant absolutely nothing. The wrong S-Class still looks like a dream in the driveway, right up until the bills start. That's what separates the benchmark from the money pit. Same badge, completely different financial outcome. Drop your year and your engine in the comments right now. Tell us your biggest single repair bill, because that information helps every buyer watching this make a smarter decision than the one that cost someone else thousands. And if this guide helped you, subscribe, because the wrong S-Class doesn't just cost money, it costs you thousands you never saw coming. We do this every single week. See you in the next one.